Joe Biden is also saying that he would like to do that.
The most important thing to be clear about is we have to change. I believe we have to codify Roe v. Wade in the law. And the way to do that is to make sure that Congress votes to do that. And if the filibuster gets in the way, it's like voting rights. It should be, we provide an exception for this, require an exception to the filibuster for this action to deal with the Supreme Court decision.
Okay, mumbling, stumbling, buffoon Joe Biden. It's just incredible that we're all pretending that this guy's running the country. It's absolutely incredible. Interestingly, in 2005, now Joe Biden's been part of public life for roughly 280 years. That's longer than the country's been here. But in 2005, he did not want to end the filibuster. I'm shocked.
And we should make no mistake. This nuclear option is ultimately an example of the arrogance of power. It is a fundamental power grab by the majority party.
Fundamental power grab. But Joe, that's what you're doing right now. That's what AOC and Elizabeth Warren want to do. Why would you guys want a fundamental power grab? You guys are the good guys. You're for the people. Oh, you're not going to believe this, guys. We found video of Democrats over the years defending the filibuster.
They want to make this country into a banana republic, where if you don't get your way, you change the rules.
The legislative filibuster should stay there, and I will personally resist efforts to get rid of it.
I'm committed to never voting to change the legislative filibuster.
That would be the end of the Senate.
It raises problems that are more damaging than the problems that exist.
You cannot change the rules in the middle of the game because you do not like the outcome.
You're going to throw the entire Congress into chaos and nothing will get done.
Change the rules in midstream to wash away 200 years of history.
Nothing at all will get done.
Ideologues in the Senate want to turn what the founding fathers called the cooling saucer of democracy into the rubber stamp of dictatorship.
If you don't have 60 votes yet, it just means you haven't done enough advocacy and you need to work a lot harder.
You really need to understand, these are horrible human beings. There's no other way to put it. I don't think they should be, well, some of them probably should be jailed because I'm sure they're up to illegal stuff, but I don't think that we should show up at their houses. I don't think we should be publicly intimidating them or anything else. What we should be doing is obviously exposing their hypocrisy. We should be mocking them. We should be voting them out of office. But you need to understand, they will do anything for power. It does not mean that Republicans are so great. Republicans fail all the time. And there's an awful lot of pet Republicans out there, the Liz Cheneys, Mitt Romneys. Okay, they go on MSNBC, they get pet on the head, and they get fed a cookie or something. Republicans do things wrong all the time. They blow up budgets, all of that stuff. But at least within the sort of roughly conservative Republican libertarian worldview, there is a sense of limiting power. There is a sense of individual rights. The basic quest there on that right side of the aisle is we all are different. We want to limit power to some degree. They may fail at it most of the time, but at least there is a guiding principle there somewhere, right? And the government should not do everything. These people want the government to do every freaking thing possible, and it's because they're in power and they don't want to give up that power. It's almost as if they have some sort of liberal new world order that they're protecting at all costs.
Well, what do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
Well, what you heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
What? Okay, now that's Biden's economic advisor, who, of course, happens to be a former BlackRock executive. Surprise, surprise. I know it's wild the way these people bounce around in these things. But what? Somehow, if we're not at war with Ukraine or giving them a whole bunch of money or just, writing a blank check, et cetera, and our gas prices are going up and our inflation's going up and our economy is being destroyed. If we don't do that, then the liberal world order is going to collapse. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? I don't know what the hell's going on in Ukraine. I don't think we should be given a dime anymore. And I assure you, I am not on Putin's payroll. I don't think Putin is a good guy. I don't think you can just invade sovereign nations. This is ridiculous. And by the way, the more that they lie about everything, I think they're doing something really twisted related to the Ukraine thing right now, which is that it's causing nobody to care at all, which is why I don't really cover it on the show. Nobody really cares. I care about the human suffering. And I actually know a few people who've had to flee Ukraine, and I'm doing some things on the side to help at least 2 people. But nobody cares because everyone thinks everything that comes out of this administration is nonsense. No one thinks giving them $40 billion unaccounted for. But what? We have to do it to defend the new world order of Joe Biden and these people? Well, then that's not a liberal world order that I want to defend. And I'm the freaking guy who wrote the book on classical liberalism.